The Dark Side of the Moon. Dead Space creator returns to reclaim his spot on the sci-fi horror scene with the Callisto Protocol. Article written by Brian Shea. Welcome back to the arcade. The Callisto Protocol just dropped some brand new images and in-depth gameplay information. We're going to cover it here. So before we get started, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you are excited about playing Callisto Protocol while I read some of the details of the gameplay that they had given us. So apparently when the game first opened, its Jupiter looms large, serving as an imposing backdrop as cargo ship pilot Jacob Lee crashes on the gas giant's second biggest moon. Our solar system's largest planet may play host to a seemingly internal storm, but something far fiercer is brewing on Callisto. It's here that the creator of the Dead Space series, Glen Schofield, stages perhaps his most horrifying project yet. Set 300 years in the future, the Callisto Protocol unmistakably carries Schofield's creative DNA, innovative technology, and uncompromised vision and lessons learned from the decades of development experience. Striking Distance Studios feels it has something more than a spiritual success on its hands, referring to Dead Space. The Callisto Protocol challenges players to face their fears as they descend into the depths of lunar prison overrun by monstrous infected humans and uncover what happened to one of our great hopes for life beyond Earth. We witnessed never before seen gameplay and spent hours picking the brains of Striking Distance Studios veteran developers to learn how this team has created one of the scariest, most intense games of 2022. Shortly after our protagonist, Jacob Lee, portrayed by actor Josh Duhamel of Las Vegas, Jupiter's Legacy, and Call of Duty World War II, crash lands on the moon with a mysterious cargo. He's thrown into the massive prison that exists in the shadow of our solar system's largest planet. The good news is Jacob's not locked up for long. However, that brings us to the bad news. Something has happened on the moon. All hell has broken loose. Now Jacob is caught in a desperate struggle to survive the unspeakable. As Jacob approaches a bloody room with an empty gurney, a hologram flickers on. The signal may be slightly distorted, but the events it depicts are clear as a bowfish tears through the two guards, quickly explaining the unsettling mess in the room. It doesn't take long for the creature responsible to show up, and Jacob has no choice but to defend himself. Jacob is a cargo ship pilot. He isn't a soldier or a hardened criminal who will be trained or familiar with using weapons, but he has amassed a modest arsenal by this time. To combat these monsters, Jacob can use ranged attacks like a pistol and a shotgun, or his melee attacks with his baton. The team studied real-life police videos of horrific situations for sequences just like these. I won't go into terror-inducing details of the exact situation Striking Distance Studios studied, but suffice to say that even Schofield was left uneasy by the reference material. In a quote by one of the game devs, they said, "We definitely want the player to feel satisfied when he's shooting or very scared when he gets killed." Longley says, "We definitely want the player to get into horror. There's a lot of gore. Gore is a really big part of how we're going to be disturbing the player and creating horror experiences." So unfortunately, we didn't get any details in this article about a potential release date or additional gameplay release, but I would bet my bottom dollar that at Summergame Fest, we're going to get some gameplay and probably a release date trailer, since they're still targeting the release date of 2022. It's been a rough year for us so far. This game sounds absolutely fucking terrifying. I'm very excited to see gameplay. I'm very disturbed to see gameplay. If you would like more videos like this, please click that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 10,000 members. I appreciate it if you join us, if you've made it this far. I know everyone doesn't have access to the Gameinformer magazine, so if I can find a way to link the full article, the full write-up in the description below. If you're watching the video, just check down there. If I've put it in there somehow, some way, I'll make sure that's in my first pinned tweet. So until then, stay safe and watch out for those monsters.
This is Black Irons to transport ship Charon. You are cleared for landing.